The wind blew dust across the dead world. Jack stepped over a pile of broken metal, his boots making soft crunching sounds. The sky above was gray. Dark clouds moved slowly. Everything on this planet was old, rusty, and quiet. Like it had been forgotten. He checked his scanner. No life signs. Just junk. Jack was a human explorer. He searched lost planets for alien tech. If he found something useful, he could sell it for good money. Maybe even enough to leave this cold job behind. Today felt different. As he walked deeper into the junkyard, he heard something. A small sound, like breathing. Then coughing. He stopped. Is someone there? He asked loudly. No answer. Only the wind. He moved toward the sound, passing tall towers of dead machines. Strange shapes. Old alien weapons. Broken robots. Then he saw her. Lying in the middle of the metal wasteland, half covered in dirt and oil, was a girl. Her skin was pale blue, her hair dark and tangled. Her eyes, silver and glowing softly, were open, staring at nothing. She looked weak. Like she hadn't moved in years. Jack stepped closer. Are you alive? He asked. The girl slowly turned her head toward him. Her lips moved, but no sound came at first. Then she whispered, If you wash me and make me clean, I'll bear you strong children, human. Jack blinked. What? Her voice was soft but clear. Please, she said again. Wash me. Make me clean. I will give you strong children. That is my promise. Jack looked around. Was this a trap? A trick? Some kind of old alien tech speaking crazy words? But she looked real. She looked scared. He knelt beside her. Who are you? The girl tried to sit up but fell back with a small cry. Her body was thin, weak, and covered in black oil and dust. Her hands shook. I don't remember, she whispered. I was clean once, but now they won't let me. They come when I try. Who comes? The hunters. They smell the cleansing. They want me to stay dirty. Broken. Suddenly, Jack's scanner beeped. A red warning flashed. Unknown energy signal. High risk. He stood and looked into the distance. Something was moving. Tall, thin figures. At least 3. Spider-like machines with glowing red eyes. They were coming fast. Damn it, Jack muttered. He looked down at the girl. Can you walk? She shook her head. No, I'm too heavy. He hesitated, then picked her up. Her body was surprisingly cold. She didn't weigh much. Almost like she was hollow. The machines got closer. He could hear their sharp legs cutting across the ground. Jack ran. He carried the alien girl through the ruins, past dead ships, rusted engines, and broken towers. His breath grew heavy. The machines followed, not running but walking with purpose. They didn't shoot. They didn't speak. But they watched. After a few minutes, Jack reached a small cave. Really, the inside of a fallen spaceship. He slid inside, breathing hard. He placed the girl down gently. She looked up at him, her eyes full of something strange. Hope, maybe. You came, she whispered. Jack stared at her. What are you? I was made to protect. But I failed, she said softly. And then I was punished. Covered in dirt. Left here. Jack wiped some oil from her arm. Under the black grime, her skin shimmered faintly. Almost like it was metal or something else. You're not fully organic, he said. I am alive, she said. But I was built. By who? She shook her head. I don't know. Outside, the machines moved past. One stopped at the entrance, scanned the area, then walked away. Inside, the girl slowly closed her eyes. You don't have to stay, she said. You found me, that is enough. Jack didn't speak. He looked at his hand. Black oil covered his fingers from where he touched her. Something about her words haunted him. If you wash me and make me clean. He remembered the vision in her eyes. Not fear, not madness, but something deeper. A purpose. Maybe you're not crazy, he said. Maybe you're a message. The girl didn't answer. She had fallen asleep or shut down. Jack couldn't tell. He sat beside her. Outside, the wind blew, and the machines disappeared into the dark. But Jack knew they would return. He looked at the girl again. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe this would kill him, but he had a feeling. This dirty alien girl was the key to something. Much bigger, something powerful, and maybe, just maybe, she was telling the truth. Jack didn't sleep that night. The alien girl lay silently in the corner of the ruined ship. Her breathing was slow, her skin still covered in black oil. Outside, the wind howled like a warning. The strange spider machines had left, but Jack felt their presence. Watching, waiting. He kept thinking about her words. If you wash me and make me clean, I'll bear you strong children. It made no sense, and yet, it felt important. Jack got up. He checked the water supply from his ship. Not much, but enough. He found a clean cloth in his emergency pack and walked over to her. She opened her eyes slowly. You're still here, she whispered. I should have left, Jack said. But something tells me this matters. She didn't answer, but her eyes didn't leave his. He dipped the cloth in water and touched her arm. As he wiped the grime away, something strange happened. The black oil didn't act like normal dirt. It moved like it was alive. It wriggled and hissed, trying to stay on her skin. Jack pressed harder, and finally the black layer came off. Underneath, her skin glowed. A soft silver light pulsed where he clinged her. Symbols appeared like tattoos, but moving, living. They shimmered in the dim light like starlight in water. The girl gasped. Her back arched slightly. What's happening? Jack asked. I feel something, she said, her voice shaking. Like pieces of me waking up. You were asleep? No, I was locked. Jack kept cleaning. Each area he touched revealed more glowing marks. On her shoulder, down her arm, across her neck. Her eyes rolled back for a second. Her voice grew sharper. I remember. A room of light. Voices speaking in a language I've forgotten. Pain, then silence. Do you know your name? Jack asked. No, she said, but I know. I was not made to die here. Suddenly, a loud ping came from Jack's scanner. Unknown signal activated. Biomech core waking. Jack froze. What the hell is a biomech core? The girl sat up. Slowly, it's me, she whispered. Part of me is not flesh. It's a core. A heart made of code and fire. Like an AI? She nodded slowly. But living. Jack stepped back. You're a living weapon. Her face changed. Fear, shame. Yes, I was built to destroy. Or protect. I don't remember which. Jack didn't know what to say. He looked at the cloth in his hand, still wet and blackened with alien oil. Then why did you ask me to clean you? He asked. Because that's how I'm unlocked, she said. The dirt. It's not normal. It's a seal, a prison layer. Someone did this to me, made me forget, made me nothing. Jack stared at her. The glowing marks on her skin were beautiful, ancient, powerful. You could be dangerous, he said. I don't want to be, she whispered. But if I stay like this, I will break, I will die. Or worse, something else might take control. Suddenly, the walls of the old ship shook. Jack ran to the opening and peeked out. In the distance, the spider machines had returned. 5 of them now. They weren't searching anymore. They were coming straight toward the ship. They're coming, Jack said. They smell it, the girl whispered. The cleansing. They're afraid of me becoming whole. Jack closed the metal hatch. His hands trembled. He didn't have enough weapons to fight. Not this time. What should I do? He asked. You can leave, she said softly. They want me, not you. Jack looked at her. She sat there glowing slightly, broken but beautiful. A strange mix of machine and soul. She was afraid. But she wasn't begging. He sighed. I don't run. Jack grabbed the cloth again. If I'm going to die today, at least let's see who you really are. He dipped the cloth once more and pressed it gently to her face. The moment he wiped her cheek clean, everything changed. A loud hum filled the air. Her body glowed brighter. The ship's floor shook beneath them. She gasped. Her voice was louder now. I remember a name. Not mine, but someone important. She called me Dara, her daughter. Her last hope. Jack's eyes widened. You were royalty? I was something more, she said. I was the seed of rebirth. I was meant to carry the future. And then she smiled. Outside, the spider machines began to scream. Asterisk, the girl didn't sleep again. She sat quietly in the old ship, her silver eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Jack watched her from the other side of the room. Neither of them spoke for a while. Outside, the spider machines were gone. But the fear remained. Her name was Dara now. A name pulled from a broken memory. But who or what was she really? Jack stood up and walked over to her. The glowing symbols on her skin had faded a little, but they were still there, soft, like starlight under her skin. You look human, he said. But you're not. No, she whispered. I was designed to look this way, so your kind would not fear me. Designed by who? She closed her eyes. By my mother, a queen of the machines. Jack blinked. Wait, the spider machines? No, she said. Not them. They are old, mindless now. But long ago, they served her. They served me. She placed a hand on her chest. There is a machine inside me. Not like a tool or a gun. It's alive. It has dreams. A dreaming machine? Yes. She sleeps inside me. A voice, a power, a second self. She was made to wake only when I was clean. Jack felt cold. And now? She's waking up, Dara said. Suddenly, her body jerked. Her eyes flashed white for a second. Jack stepped back. Dara? Her voice changed, deeper. Not angry, but heavy, like it came from underground. User detected. Human. Biosignature. Matched. Memory restoration in progress. Jack's mouth went dry. Who's speaking? Dara didn't answer. Or maybe it wasn't her anymore. I am the core, guardian of the seed, weapon of the fall. What fall? The fall of the golden system. The death of the 9 moons, the last war. Jack felt the ship rumble slightly. Why were you made? To protect the seed of life. Or destroy all who come for it. Then silence. Dara fell forward. Jack caught her. She was breathing fast. I saw stars burning, she whispered. Planets breaking. I was there. But I was small, hidden, waiting. You're a weapon. Jack said quietly. She nodded. Yes, but not a weapon to kill people. A weapon to protect something precious, the future. What do you mean by children? He asked. She looked into his eyes. Not babies, not blood. I meant hope. A new generation, new life. Carried by me, born from my body, but not like yours. Jack was silent. His mind raced. You said you'd bear strong children if I made you clean. I meant I would grow the future inside me, she said. A forest. A city. A people. I was designed to carry seeds, not just data. To restart life if everything else failed. Jack stared at her amazed. You're a living arc, she nodded. And now, I am waking. Suddenly, a sharp sound outside. Jack looked through the crack in the wall. The spider machines were back, more of them this time. Dozens, crawling across the junk like ants. Red lights scanning every surface. They're searching again, Jack said. They will not stop, Dara said softly. They fear what I carry. They were reprogrammed long ago. To destroy any version of me. Jack clenched his fists. Then, we run. No, she said. We finish it. What? Clean me fully. Let me wake, all the way. Let the core rise. I can protect us. But it might change you, Jack said. Might kill you. I am not afraid, she said. You saw what I hold. Let me finish becoming who I was meant to be. Jack hesitated. He remembered her lying in the junkyard, broken, weak, forgotten. Now she was something else. A queen, a carrier of hope, and a machine that could destroy a world. He looked at the cloth in his hand. His voice was quiet. What if? I can't control what you become, she smiled. You won't have to. I was never made to be controlled, only trusted. Jack nodded slowly. Then let's wake you up. Asterisk. They ran at sunrise. The sky was gold and gray, and the wind had grown. Quiet. Too quiet. Jack moved fast through the junk forest, his boots splashing in shallow puddles of old fuel. Dara followed behind, glowing softly, her skin still marked with silver lines. The machines were everywhere now, not chasing, but watching. They stood on high towers and broken ships, their red eyes blinking in sync, waiting. They don't attack. Jack said, Why? They're learning, Dara replied. I'm changing, and they don't know how to stop it yet. Can they be reasoned with? She shook her head. They are not alive anymore. Not truly, they are echoes. Jack stopped. Echoes of what? She pointed to the horizon. Far away, the land rose up like a giant wound. Black rocks. Twisted ruins. A single tall spire stood in the middle, cracked but still holding its shape. That was the capital, Dara said. Long ago. Before the war. Jack stared. It's still standing. It was built to last 1,000 falls. They moved fast. As they neared the ruins, Jack felt the air change. It grew thick, heavy, like walking into deep water. Strange shapes covered the walls, carvings of people with wings, with stars in their eyes. Symbols like the ones on Dara's skin. This place knows you, Jack said. Dara nodded. It remembers. They reached the spire and stepped inside. The floor was black glass. The walls pulsed faintly, as if the whole building was breathing. And then they saw it. A statue. It was massive, over 20 feet tall. A woman made of stone and crystal, her arms open, her eyes closed. She looked peaceful. Jack froze. That's you. Dara walked slowly to the statue. No, that was my mother, the first carrier. She made me in her image. At the base of the statue, words were written in an ancient script. Dara bent down, touched them. She began to whisper. Jack couldn't understand the words, but they felt heavy, like something sacred was being called back from the dark. A low hum began. Suddenly, the floor cracked open. A platform rose from the ground, covered in dust. On it lay a long silver object, like a staff, or maybe a key. Symbols ran along its side, glowing softly. What is that? Jack asked. Dara didn't touch it. The core's memory. A part of me they took away. I was never meant to wake without it. Then take it, he said. She hesitated. Once I do, there's no going back. Jack stepped beside her. Then don't go back. Go forward. She reached out. The moment her fingers touched the silver staff, the walls exploded with light. Images flashed in the air, cities floating. In the sky, machines flying in formation, stars burning blue and red. Voices echoed in alien tongues, then darkness. When the light faded, Dara fell to her knees. Jack caught her. Her eyes opened wide, now deep white. Like the core of a star. I remember everything, she said. What did they do to you? They feared the future. So they tried to bury it inside me, made me a ghost. She stood, stronger now. The machines were not my enemies once. They were protectors. But something changed their code. Long ago, turned them into hunters. Hunters of what? Hope. Jack heard a loud cracking sound behind them. The entrance to the spire shattered. A new machine stepped in. Taller than the others. Its body black like coal, its eyes blue, not red. And unlike the others, it spoke. Dara, you were not meant to awaken. Jack pulled out his weapon. Stay back. The machine didn't move. The core is unstable. You carry too much. You will destroy what's left. Dara stepped forward. Calm. No, she said. I will rebuild it. What you fear is life. The machine paused. Then its voice changed. Then you are the enemy now. It raised a long blade. Jack fired. The shot bounced off its armor. It stepped forward slowly, like death in a machine's shell. Dara's hand glowed bright. Run. She told Jack, I'm not leaving you. I'm not dying, she said. I'm becoming. She raised the silver staff, and the walls lit up with fire. Asterisk. The sky was red now. Clouds moved like slow waves above the ruined capital. The ground cracked beneath Jack's boots as he helped Dara out of the broken spire. Smoke rose behind them. The black machine was gone for now, but it would return. Dara was glowing again, brighter than before. Her body felt warmer. Her voice was clearer. Her eyes, no longer silver, now white, full of light, and something else. Powered. In fear, they reached a quiet place, the old city square. Dead trees grew from cracks in the stone. A dry fountain stood in the center. Broken statues of people from another time. Jack sat her down on a smooth piece of rock. She didn't speak at first. She looked at her hands. The silver tattoos moved slowly under her skin, like rivers. He sat beside her. How much time do we have? Minutes. Maybe less, she said. Jack nodded. You said the core was awake. It is, half awake, she whispered. The final part is still locked. What do we need? She looked up at him. You. Jack. Froze. Me? I can't complete it alone. The cleansing has to be finished, not just of my body, but my soul. And that needs a choice, a human choice. Jack stared at her. Why? She touched her chest. Because this world was never meant to be reborn by machines alone. It needs both human heart and alien code. Jack rubbed his face. Okay, then I choose. Let's finish it. But she held up a hand. You don't understand. Her voice trembled now, not with fear, but sadness. If you finish the process, she said, I might disappear. Jack stared at her. What do you mean? My body will survive. My code will complete. But, Dara, the part of me that feels, that remembers you, that may be overwritten, the full awakening could erase who I am now. Jack stood up, angry. You didn't tell me this before. I didn't know, she said. I only learned it when I touched the memory staff. He paced in a circle. So what happens if I don't finish it? She looked down. Then the world stays broken. The hunters will keep coming. I'll stay in this half-alive state until they tear me apart. Jack shook his head. There has to be another way. There isn't, she said softly. Silence. The red wind blew dust through the dead square. Finally, she spoke again. You asked me what I meant by strong children. Do you remember? Jack nodded. You said it wasn't about babies. It was about life, rebirth. Yes, she said. I was made to carry a garden, a world inside me. Seeds of forests, cities, air, language, all locked inside my code. But they can only grow if I am whole. And I can only become whole if you let me go. Jack sat down again. He looked at her, really looked. Not at the symbols, not at the power, but at her face. The face of a being who had suffered, who had begged in a junkyard, who had trusted. A stranger with her last hope. Will you know me if you wake up fully? He asked. I don't know, she said. I want to, but I don't know who I'll be. Jack held her hand. You're someone to me, he said. Not a machine, not a weapon. You're Dara, she smiled. Just a little. Then the ground shook again. The sky turned darker. In the distance, red lightning flashed. "They're coming," she said. "The final wave. If we don't finish it now." Jack looked down at the cloth, the same one he used to wipe her clean in the beginning. Still stained, still wet. "This is it," he whispered. He took a deep breath and placed the cloth gently on her chest, right over her heart. The silver light burst outward. She gasped, her body lifting into the air. Symbols raced across her skin. Her voice filled the air, speaking in the ancient tongue. The fountain behind them cracked open, green light pouring out. The statues glowed. The dead trees moved. Jack stepped back. He could hear her voice in his mind now. "Thank you, Jack," and then silence. She landed softly, still glowing, still breathing, but her eyes were closed. He knelt beside her. "Dara?" No answer. Then she opened her eyes, not white, not silver. Gold. Pure and warm. She looked at him, confused. "Who are you?" she asked, softly. Jack's heart sank. "I'm Jack," he whispered. She tilted her head, then looked around. The trees, the air, the fountain, all alive. "I remember something," she said. A hand, a voice. Jack didn't cry, but his hands shook. "Made a choice," she said. "And so did I." She touched his chest. "Thank you for giving me life." The sky opened like a wound. Lightning struck the ground as the machines came, a swarm of metal, red lights and sharp limbs. Hundreds of spider-like hunters, all marching in perfect silence. The ground trembled beneath their feet. Jack stood alone in the Garden of Ruins, staring at the golden-eyed girl who used to be Dara. She was quiet now, not weak, just still. Around her, life had returned. The fountain flowed again. The dead trees were green. The air smelled fresh, like rain after fire, but war was coming. He stepped close to her. "They're here," he said. "I know," she replied. Her voice was different. Soft, but powerful. Like wind and steel mixed together. "I'm ready," she added. Jack looked at her. "Are you still you?" She turned toward him. "I don't think I'm just Dara anymore," she said. "But I remember her. I remember you." That was enough. From the hills, the machines charged, the air filled with their scream. Metal grinding on metal, sharp and horrible. Red beams shot from their eyes, burning paths into the ground. Jack reached for his weapon, but Dara raised her hand. "Let me," she said. The moment her fingers moved, the sky bent. A dome of golden light burst from her body, spreading out like a shield. The first wave of machines hit it and shattered like glass. She floated upward, her feet no longer touching the ground. Jack stared, breathless. She wasn't just glowing. She was changing. Her skin flickered between silver and gold. Wings made of light spread from her back. The air around her shimmered, almost too bright to look at. The machines began circling, trying to find a way in. Dara lifted both hands. Symbols formed in the air around her, spinning fast. A sound began, deep and heavy. Not from her mouth, but from her core. Like a song written in a lost language. Then she whispered, "Awaken." And the ground answered. Huge vines broke through the stone streets. Metal trees rose from the earth, their roots tearing through the ruins. They moved alive and angry, smashing through machine after machine. The sky went black. A giant figure rose behind the machines, the black hunter from before. Its blue eyes locked onto Dara, core unstable. It shouted, "You are a threat to the system." Dara hovered above it. "Calm. I am the system now," she said. The black hunter leapt at her. Too fast. Too strong. Jack raised his weapon. But he was too slow. The hunter struck Dara mid-air, knocking her into Kofte, the old city tower. The entire building cracked. Dust filled the sky. "No!" Jack shouted. He ran through smoke and fire. And there she was, lying in the rubble, her light flickering, her skin bleeding golden fluid. Still breathing, but weak, Jack fell beside her. "Can you move?" "I don't know," she whispered. The black hunter was coming, fast, a blade in each hand. Jack grabbed Dara's hand. "Let me help." She looked into his eyes. Then she did something strange. She smiled. "Touch my core," she said. Now, Jack didn't hesitate. He placed his hand over her heart. A shock ran through his body. He felt her, not just her skin, but her pain, her memories, her code. He saw flashes, the war, the fall, her creation, her loneliness. And then, power. Her hand closed around his dot. The light exploded. The hunter froze mid-step. Dara stood up, floating again. But this time, Jack rose with her, their hands still. Connected. Her voice echoed across the battlefield. "You wanted a weapon. I became life." A beam of pure golden light burst from their joined hands. It struck the black hunter straight through the chest. The machine cracked, screamed, then vanished into ash. Silence. All around. The remaining machines stopped. They didn't run. They didn't attack. They simply shut down. Fell to the ground like puppets with cut strings. Jack and Dara landed softly on the grass. The garden was quiet again. Birds, real birds, flew overhead. The storm had passed, but something had changed. Forever. The war was over. The sky was blue now, soft and wide, with golden light shining down on the ruined city. The air no longer smelled of metal and fire. For the first time in years, the planet felt alive. Jack stood near the old fountain, now full of clear water. He watched as small green shoots pushed through cracks in the stone. Grass, real grass. Behind him, Dara sat quietly beneath a tree. Her wings were gone now. Her glow had faded. She looked almost human again. Almost. Jack walked over and sat beside her. "You okay?" She smiled faintly. "Yes, tired, but whole." He nodded. "You saved everything." "We saved it," she corrected. They sat in silence for a moment. The ruins around them were still broken, but no longer dead. Vines climbed the walls. The wind carried the soft hum of life returning. "You said something before," Jack said. "About strong children. I thought you meant machines. Or hybrids, or armies." Dara shook her head gently. "No," she said. "I meant what's growing now." She pointed to the ground. Jack followed her hand. Tiny flowers were blooming where she sat. Blue, glowing, soft. Not earth flowers. Something new. "They're not from here," Jack said. "No," Dara said. "They're from inside me. From the Jombraheen arc I carry, thousands of seeds, stored in my core. From many worlds, not just mine." Jack's eyes widened. "So, you really were a garden," she nodded. "I wasn't made to destroy. I was made to begin again." He looked at her then. At the world around them. "What happens now?" "I release the rest," she said. "One by one. Trees, plants, creatures, language, memory, the things lost in war. And people?" Dara paused. "There are still humans," she said, "and other species hiding on broken worlds. When they find this place, they will come." Jack smiled. "And what will they find?" "A home," she said softly. "And a new kind of future. One where war isn't the answer. One where the strong protect, not destroy." Jack looked at the flowers again. They moved slightly, not in the wind, but like they were listening. Then he asked a harder question. "What about you?" Dara looked at the sky. "I don't know," she said. "I'm not just a machine now. But I'm not fully alive like you either. I think I'm something in between." Jack didn't speak. He just reached for her hand. She let him hold it. "I may live for 1,000 years," she said. "Or I may fade when the last seed is planted." I wasn't given a clear end, but you were given a choice, Jack said. "Yes," she replied. "And I chose life." They sat there as the sun set. In the distance, The old towers fell silently, their weight no longer needed. Birds flew from the ruins, carrying small leaves in their beaks. The wind felt warm now. Dara stood. Jack followed. She walked to the center of the square and placed her hand on the ground. A soft pulse spread outward, through the stones, through the earth. And then, the land responded. In minutes, the city changed. Walls folded back, revealing clean soil beneath. Pools of fresh water appeared from below. Strange alien trees unfolded their branches. Color returned to everything. And children, not human, not alien but new, began to rise from pods, near the trees. Small, curious, peaceful. They blinked their wide eyes and looked at the world with wonder. Jack stepped back, stunned. Are they born of the Ark? Dara said. Made of the old, shaped by the new. One of the children walked up to Jack, no more than 5 years old in shape. It smiled, placed a hand on his, and mimicked his heartbeat. They're not soldiers, Jack said. No, Dara whispered. They're beginnings. And then she said the words again, softly. Finally, I told you. If you washed me and made me clean, I would bear you strong children. She looked at the new world with tears in her eyes. I kept my promise.